Hi guys, so this is not a bike related video. I'm just going to show you, for those who are interested and the people that are looking for, how to do a two compressor setup. So basically two compressors running in one airline, because I myself been looking for a while, and then I decided finally to do it, because buying a compressor that will have enough power to run a sandblasting cabinet is quite expensive. Here in the UK at least, you would look to spend at least maybe over £2,000, £3,000 for a good enough compressor that delivers enough CFM and power. Anyways, so the compressor that I have in here, it's a Clark Air Compressed Air Max. So each compressor has 3.5 horsepower and delivers 16.8 CFM, if I remember well. So that in total will be like 32 CFM output, which is, it's just really powerful. And obviously together it's like 100 liters, they are 50 liter each. The way I've done it, basically, you will need to have one-way air valves. So, because if you don't put that, then they will fight each other. So you need to put one-way valve for each one. So that's one for there, and then one for here. So this is how I've done it. One-way valve with the pipe goes out to the flexible hose, so that will eliminate the vibrations. Then goes into pipes again. I will leave in the description the link for the materials that I bought. Then you connect that, you run it. So this is how I've done. You can run it however you like it. So that's the pipe, runs all the way back here, then goes into a two outlets to one. So this is the reason why. So that's one compressor goes to here, right? And then I also attached one-way valve in here as well, just in case. So it will be straight stopped from here, so the air won't travel anywhere else. It doesn't need to travel the way there, so it just goes to here. And then this is the second compressor. Has a shorter airline, but that doesn't matter. It's not a problem at all. So it goes all the way down here to the flexible hose. Like I said, again, one-way valve connected. And then from these two outlets, obviously it's compressor 1, compressor number 2, and then goes the final outlet. So this is where both compressors are combined into one. And this is the regulator. I don't have a gauge on it, so I didn't buy one yet. This is not finished anyways. And then obviously you got the final outlet, which this is connected to my sandblasting cabinet. This is a regulator that I put for the cabinet as well. And this is a rod that I attach when I need to use other tools. And this is for my painting cabinet. So this is how I've done to the cabinet, what I've done to it. So I added this aluminium foil just to stop it from, you know, there is some holes, and then if you don't have that or cover it with something, all the sand will just stick in there and it will go all the way into the floor. Even though it's still a little bit still comes out. Then one of the most important things that I've seen everyone doing is they do this tea, anyways, I don't know how you call it. You can buy them already made from Amazon. No, from eBay, sorry. You can buy them from eBay already made, which is they're a lot better, I guess. But I made my own one out of plumbing stuff. So basically, you just need one pipe that goes into the bottom of your sandblasting cabinet, so the sand will fall through. Then it will travel all the way here. So this is the air, which control how much air you want to let it mixed in. And then it travels all the way up to the gun. because originally it comes basically you just put the pipe into the SAM, but as far as I heard that it doesn't really work properly. So the reason why I've done that, and then I put this pipe which is quite big. Here I need to modify it as well. I'll put a bigger air pipe which will allow more air to go to the gun, so it'll have more power. Then silicone all over, because even with that I still have some areas where the sand still comes through. So you can see here the sand still comes out a little bit, but that's not a big problem. And what else? I'll show you how it works. It works pretty well. So this is also dirty and it's also powder coated. I'll do a video in a second. This is rusted. This is how it used to look like. There we go. So it's a big difference. And then here I have all the other parts for the bike that I'm working on. And so basically I'm gonna have to powder coat all of that. But anyways, let's just go one more time through the setup. So once again, pipe, one-way valve, pipe, flexible hose, pipe run all the way down here to double connector, compressor number 1. Compressor number 2, same thing, pipe, one-way valve, and then flexible hose goes to all the way down here to the double connector. That's compressor number 2. Then pipe connected to the air regulator, and then that's the final outlet, which at this pipe, at this point, you have 32 point something CFM with the compressors that I have, which they both 3.5 horsepower at 16.8 CFM, I think. I don't remember exactly. They're quite powerful, 50 liter both. And now I'm gonna do a video on how this works. Alright, so there you have it. It looks pretty good. It works really fast as well, and as you can see, the compressor takes a while until they kick in, so they don't just start right away. They don't struggle. With that being said, okay, so I don't think I have missed anything. Oh, one more thing that I will have to mention. So they will run quite funky if you just connect them. They will need an adjustment basically. So the way to do that, you have to set them at the same pressure, so they start and stop at the same pressure. But in order to get an accurate settings, you will need to open this cap, and then there is a spring inside which allows you to control how far you want to push them to stop. It does say not to adjust it from the spring, but if you want them to run properly at the same start and stop at pretty much the same time, otherwise you will have an imbalance on the usage basically. So before I did that adjustment, basically that compressor was running before that, when I was using small tools like, you know, just an air gun or anything like that, that would start before that. But I wouldn't have a problem with using the cabinet. They would both run at the same time. But you would want to, you know, just adjust that spring in here. So if you open this cap, you will see this spring. So if you go that way clockwise, it increases the pressure in here, which means the compressor will run longer in order to, it puts more pressure into the tank, so it will run longer. This one, it's left as it was from the factory. So the reason why is that is, like I said, that one was starting a lot faster, so I needed to give that one a bit more time. So which means if this has more pressure, then it will start earlier than it used to, which means it will start at the same time, but this was not starting quite, you know, quite late. So I needed to put more pressure in order to make it start quicker, which, if it makes sense. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about anything in regards to this setup, just drop me a comment and then I'll reply to it, so that's not a problem. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.